Thanks, Steve. Good evening, Falkirk. Lovely to see you all. World Cup's on. Obviously, not many football fans in here because you're not watching the England game. It was good though this afternoon. I seen an English guy with 3 lions on his shirt, and I thought, I can't beat a fucking day out in Blair Drummond Safari Park, can you? A bit slowing up to you. I actually don't have anything against the English. What I do have is I have something against the demographic that are the absolute scourge of society that are just dragging us all down just now, and that is young people, in particular Generation X. I'm Generation X. The Generation Z, Gen Z, that's the ones. Gen Z. We fannies they are, unfortunately. They have ruined life for us. They have bastardised the English language. They make things up. Now, I separated from my ex-wife about 5 years ago. Young people have made dating impossible. You used to be able to just go to a pub, talk to a woman, buy her a drink. No, you talk to a woman in public now, you're automatically scaled right onto the nonce register. So instead, you need to do these dating apps and fucking filtered photos. Didn't know such a thing. Filtered photos, Tinder, swipe left, swipe right. It's the world's saddest game of deal or no deal. And when the banker finally gave me an offer that I was going to accept, the person that was on that picture was not the person that I fucking met. I thought I was going to meet Terry Hatcher from Desperate Housewives, and actually met fucking Terry McCann from Minder. Back in our day, so these new ones with their AI, we had artificial intelligence back in the day that made men and women look better looking than they were, and it was called Thunderbird. Don't know if you remember Thunderbird. For anyone that doesn't know Thunderbird, it's an American bum wine, absolutely disgusting. Think a really bad Pinot Grigio and put a wee bit of Sillet bang into it. But these wee Gen Zs, they've fucking ruined it. They've ruined my life. I have 2 of them, a son and a daughter. My daughter is the poster child of Gen Z. If you looked up Gen Z in an encyclopedia, there she would be 6 foot tall, big baggy jeans, neon pink and lime green Adidas Samba. Samba only come in black and white, but that's a different story for a different day, because I fucking stole that from us as well. And her emotional support water bottle. Yep, that's right, you heard me right. A fucking emotional support water bottle. And Vinny, that better not be what I fucking think that is on your table. A fucking emotional support water bottle. We get our emotional support from our parents. And you get praised when you did well, you get a fucking clip round the lug when you didn't, but there was no participation medals back then, and there was no fucking emotional support water bottle. We get our water from the garden hose. We were out in the summer, you drank out the garden hose and we had a piece of sugar for your lunch. Who remembers a piece of sugar? And there was 2 breeds back then, it was plain and it was pan. It was sugar, it wasn't fucking gluten-free malted bloomer with fucking stevia, it was a piece in sugar. Emotional support water bottles. Now, you've got to match it with your outfit. You buy wee stickers for it and wee fobs and wee teddy bears that sticks onto it, and you match it with what you're wearing. So there are a few ladies in the audience tonight, and I'll ask you, if it is so important to match your emotional support water bottle with what you're wearing, why don't you make the same stipulation? Try to match your eyebrows to the colour of your hair. That's another bastardisation of the English language. Aesthetics. Aesthetics means visually pleasing. So what the fuck, ladies, is visually pleasing about a fucking set of eyebrows that looked as if they were selected for a game of Guess Who? These young lassies walking about just looking constantly surprised all the time, and their big Mick Jagger lips, and their big fucking Botox spam brews, But I'm a nurse as well. Again, I'm a lucky guy. I did a comedy show a few months ago with a guy, Pirate Pete Murphy. I say, so I'm not even the funniest fat guy with a beard for Lanarkshire in the club tonight. I'm not the fucking funniest retired nurse in Falkirk tonight either. Botox is botulism and botulism is food poisoning. How fucking vain do you need to be that you will let somebody inject poison into your head? And they've got these big spam heads. I'll go to a £20 a heat buffet and get charged 30 quid for the privilege. And anal bleaching. What the fuck? So, as you get older, you're a wee ring piece, so it looks a bit like the ace of spades. We'll call it the ass of spades. Your ass of spades gets a wee bit discoloured over you. Who's telling you that? You're banging him. Aye, hen, that looks a bit fucking discoloured there. You better get the domestos into that. Now, Jimmy, you spoke earlier on about piles. We've all had piles. And you pass a big hard bungle's finger one day and it bleeds, it fucking nips. So why would you want to be putting domestos onto that? And another thing I saw, so I live in a lovely town called Wishaw, and there's a wee community hub that had shut down and opened up as a Brazilian booty lift clinic. I thought, what on earth is that? Do you guys know what that is, Brazilian booty lift? It's when you take fat from elsewhere in the body and stick it into the arse. Now, in Wishaw, there is an addiction problem, a serious addiction problem, which has led to a lot of mortality and morbidity. It's an addiction to munchie boxes. I'm one of the thinnest folk in Wishaw. So, all this fat, where does that go? What size does the arse become? Or do you put a pair of Oscar Pistorius running blades into it and you need to walk about like a centaur? I don't know. And fucking Vinny needs emotional support. Water bottle there, emotional support. And why is it Brazilian? So again, a couple of decades ago, Brazilian was a lady's front bottom. It was like a wee landing strip. A wee bit of what, like Rolf Harris's goatee. That was another wrong in there. Rolf Harris, you know, people, I understood it about Jimmy Savile, and I understood it about what was it, Dave Lee Travis, but no, I didn't expect that for Rolf Harris. What was his most famous songs? Two Little Boys. Jake the Peg with the extra leg. And he was clearly into bestiality as well, because why the fuck else would he want his kangaroo tied down? But thankfully I managed to get away from the Tinder dating and all that shite that was ruined with these young ones and that fucking emotional support water bottles. Because I met the love of my life, Diane. And we're getting married at the end of the year. We've known each other for 20 years, but we've only been dating less than a year. So Diane and I, we went, anybody that stays in the west of Scotland, you go to Argyll Street, the Argyll Arcade, Buchanan Street, to have a look at engagement rings. Have you been there recently? Fucking murder. Every couple of steps. I'm cold. Could you give me the price of a cup of tea? Could you get me something to eat? Can you get me around for the night? I said, Diane, will you fucking shut up and just look at engagement rings, please? We're both in our 50s, but you need to keep your love life alive, so we do a lot of dating. We still go on dates. Last month we went to see the Michael Jackson movie. It was a wee bit ironic. Came up, British Board of Film Classification or whatever. All children under the age of 12 must be accompanied by an adult, with they not about fucking 35 years too late to give that warning. And I've lost a bit of weight, 5 stone I've lost, it was 5.5, we were just back from holiday in Mexico, put a wee bit on. And I do something now that I never did before, and that's share food. Even last night I was sitting with a cup of coffee, and a wee Kit Kat said to Jan, do you want to share this with me? She said, no, the night. I thought that's unusual. It's not like her to refuse a finger. And a dirty bastard, I'm talking about a bit of chocolate. Anyway, wedding plans are going along really well, or they were, but who's ruined it? Fucking young people again. Diane's works with a few girls who are getting married, and it's this same shite. Have you got your magician? No, because we're getting married, we're not having a fucking 7-year-old's birthday party. Have you got your box of flip-flops? I'm sorry, you'll bring your own fucking footwear to my wedding, thank you very much. If you bought your box of toiletries. No, if you can't fucking dance the night away without sweating like Michael Barrymore at a pool party, then you can bring a wee fucking spray your own deodorant. Have you got a big Jenga set that the guests can play with while you're getting your photographs done? That's what they do, a fucking giant Jenga set. I think there's maybe a wee bit of symbolism there, because despite all the good moves that you make, you know that eventually it's all going to come fucking crashing down at the end of the day anyway. So no, we haven't got a magician and our Jenga sets and our fucking personalised emotional support water bottles. It's all style and no substance. And I'll leave you with one more example of these young ones who are all style and no substance. Gender reveals. So as I say, I've got a 23-year-old poster girl and a 20-year-old prick. And when their mother was pregnant, both of them were on fertility, well, she was on fertility treatment, so we didn't care about the gender. We just wanted two healthy, happy babies. None of this fucking helicopters going past with blue and pink smoke and folk fucking jumping out in parachutes and shit like that. All style and no substance. But there is things in your life that define you. So we didn't care about the gender, we just wanted healthy, happy babies. And I'll never forget the day that I ran through the room. Crashed through the doors with a big tear in my eye and I said, it's a boy, it's a boy. And that was the moment I realised I'm never going back to Thailand on holiday again. Thank you, Falkirk.